In short-term rentals, control is the real competitive advantage. Control over your bookings, control over your guest experience, control over how your business grows in 2026. Lodgify gives rental operators the tools to build direct booking websites, automate guest communication, and manage every channel from one platform without adding complexity. This is how rentals stop feeling reactive and start feeling more intentional. Skift Daily Briefing listeners get 20% off any yearly or bi-yearly Lodgify plans with code SDB20, available through March 2026. Details are in the show notes.
Welcome back to the Skift Daily Briefing. It's Tuesday, February 10th, and today we're talking about Hilton getting dragged into the political arena in a very personal way. American Airlines crews basically saying, we're done playing nice, and why Ozempic might be quietly messing with airport nacho sales. All of that and more. I'm Sarah Diandishi. Let's get into it. Hilton's reputational risk just leveled up. So, activists showed up outside a home owned by Hilton CEO Chris Nassetta in Arlington, Virginia, holding signs that read, Hilton houses ICE. And yes, that's his home, not a hotel lobby. This is part of an ongoing campaign pressuring hotel companies to stop providing rooms to immigrations and customs enforcement during operations. Now, Hilton's been under the microscope since it terminated a franchise agreement with the Minneapolis Hampton Inn after the property refused ICE bookings. Hilton's position has been that it opposes discrimination and wants to be a welcoming place for all, but protests have continued and they're spreading. We've seen demonstrations and arrests outside Hilton properties and in Minneapolis and New York. The takeaway, hotel brands are now managing reputational risk like it's a contact sport, because when the issue leaves the property and shows up at the CEO's doorstep, you're not in a PR cycle anymore. You're in a pressure campaign. Next up, American Airlines flight attendants hit the no confidence button. American Airlines flight attendants just issued a formal vote of no confidence in CEO Robert Isom. That's not a casual, we're disappointed. That's the corporate version of we need an adult in the room. The Association of Professional Flight Attendants represents about 28,000 crew members, and they're pointing to deteriorating performance, operational failures, and strategy issues. This also follows earnings that made American look, well, let's just say, not premium competitor adjacent. American reported $111 million in Q4 profit, while Delta and United posted about $1.2 billion and $1 billion. And then there's operations. During January's winter storm mess, American reportedly took the longest to recover, and some crew members said that they were stranded and even sleeping on airport floors themselves. Not exactly the brand moment you want. Also worth noting, pilots are unhappy too. They didn't do their own no confidence vote, but they did send a pointed letter to the board, and Isom has said he'll meet with them. The takeaway is this is labor pressure moving from internal frustration to public accountability. And when both flight attendants and pilots are escalating, that's a flashing dashboard light, not a vibe. And finally, GLP-1s are changing travel spending. Yeah, really. Okay, now for the one that sounds like health news, but is absolutely travel business news. GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro are reshaping consumer behavior and travel dollars. Use has more than doubled since early 2024, and more than 1 in 8 American adults report taking them specifically for weight loss. Now, the big impact isn't just smaller appetites, it's reduced impulse spending around food and alcohol, which matters because airports, airlines, cruises, and casinos all make money off of those I'm bored, hand me the pretzel and a glass of wine moments. Airports and airline catering could feel it first, but there's a flip side. More interest in active trips, wellness forward stays, and spa services that support body changes. So think lymphatic drainage, contouring, and recovery treatments. And here's the plot twist. Dining out doesn't necessarily drop. Some data suggest restaurant spending can actually go up because the social ritual stays, even if the portions don't. So the takeaway from this, travel isn't getting less indulgent, it's getting reallocated. Less buffet, more experiences. Fewer cocktails, more serious mocktails. And businesses that adjust fast will, of course, win. Well, that's it for today's briefing. For more insight into the business of travel, head to skift.com. And of course, as always, subscribe to the Skift Daily newsletter at skift.com/daily. I'm Sarah Dandashy. Thanks for joining.